Hey everyone, it's Libby from Meister Tarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Warramai First Nations people, and I'd love my absolute pleasure to welcome you, my guides, your guides, and the source energy of the universe along with us today in this reading. What I want to have a quick look at is Florida, of all places, but not Florida in the wake of Hurricane Ian, still suffering badly down there. Still a lot of work, and it's going to take a long time for Florida to recover. But what I do want to have a look at, I may even be in Florida April next year, so we'll see how that goes. I want to have a look at the redistricting. So, political read. What's happened is that DeSantis. So it's about the redistricting of the voting regions in Florida. I sort of understand what goes on over there, but I do find it a little bit difficult to get my head around. So what's happened is that in 2010, Florida has a constitutional act that was brought into play that was prohibiting partisanship redistricting so that it can be advantageous to one political party over another. That was during Obama's period. DeSantis has overridden that act in the Constitution, and he ordered the, I believe, let me know if I'm wrong, redistricting of certain areas within Florida to make it virtually impossible for Florida to turn blue. Basically what he's done is he's redrawn the lines to put all the Democrats in a couple of areas and all the Republicans in the majority of areas that end up becoming. So what it is that the majority of seats that are won define who I believe governors and presidents, etc., are, and he's changed it to make that the majority of seats are Republican and the minority of seats are Democrat, but it's not districted according to population or equal voting or anything like that. He's gone right against the 2010 Constitution. Now, what I want to see is how is this going to play out. I cannot see it being reformed in time for the midterm 2022 midterms. Three cards that have fallen out while I'm talking about this. His plan that he has put into place is going to come under investigation and be destroyed so that something better can be put in place, and he will face this judgment and inevitability card. However, what I want to have a look at is that will it affect the midterms? So it's not going to come through in time for the actual midterm voting, but he's deliberately and blatantly gone against the Florida Constitution. So I want to have a look to see how that's going to play out. It's all about money. It's all about staying in power. It's being supported by the big oligarchs of the US, and it's all about intergenerational protection for the Republicans. I want to see how it's going to play out. Got the Biden administration flipped over on me. So there's going to be something happen here, but let's see how it's going to play out. Tell me, I'll ask how it's going to play out, then I'll ask some questions that are popping into my head. How is DeSantis illegally redistricting, I mean this is gerrymandering at its most blatant, going to play out? And it is illegal because it is against the Constitution. I believe the courts ruled that he couldn't do it, and he said, tough bickies, I'm doing it anyhow. How's this going to play out? How is this going to play out for DeSantis? How is this going to play out for DeSantis? It's turned over there. Oh, this one's turned over again. Okay, I'll use that as my signifier card. And let's have a look and see how they go. Okay. So why does it not surprise me? It's all about power and greed and money, supported by the US oligarchs, and it's about retaining power, money and greed into the future. That's all it's simply about. Challenged by victory, yet they've done this so that they can assure victory to the Republican Party in Florida. At the base we've got the lawmakers. In the past we've got, a false knight coming forward, an offer being made where it looks all emotionally romantic and gorgeous, but it is actually an untruth offer, a false offer that's being presented. So this is what DeSantis has brought forward. So this is the current energies, but this is the past. It is basically what he's done, which is false while appearing real. Okay, thank you, my star. Harsh truth is going to come forward in regards to this. I do like that at the crowning. So he thinks he's all hunky-dory and that everything's going to be, you-beaut with this victory, but there is this sort of truth going to be brought forward very quickly. It is a crossroads moment for Florida. I wonder who's going to bring this court case. Externally, DeSantis is going to find himself, oh, okay, thank you. This symbolises the redistricting, the redrawing of the lines, and he's going to find him, because it is about the boundaries being set, and he is going to find himself battered in regards to this, but also the Floridians are going to find themselves battered. Pity they're distracted by Ian at the moment. Well, pity about Ian, but that's why nothing is being brought forward in regards to it at this stage. Internally, it is going to be redrawn and rebalanced. So rest assured it will happen. Hopes and fears, the Emperor. This is DeSantis. This is the patriarchal my way or the highway. This is him abusing his position of power. And this is the patriarchal. So this is the hope, but also the fear, is this patriarchal gerrymandering. Okay, outcome. He's actually going to find himself in hot water over this. Let's have a look. He's going to find himself in hot water over this, including those who have backed him to make this happen. It's because we've got the contracts here and the formulation of a plan, but it is going to be defeated by the practicality. So there is this message going to come forward very quickly. In regards to this plan, it's a rash, knee-jerk plan that is going to be exposed legally, exposed verbally, but also the plan is going to be, the message of the plan is going to be brought forward. We then have the judgment card, the high priestess, the devil, oh, not surprised, judgment literally on something that is yet to be revealed in regards to this devil energy. The illusion and delusion that has been brought forward is going to be brought to the fore and exposed under the Biden administration. And it was foolishness, but it is also about bringing back the faith and confidence in the democratic system. Okay, right, before I pack those away, I'm just going to ask Pendulum a couple of questions. Just bring you up slightly. Okay, settle those energies. Okay, may I ask a question? Will the redistricting be challenged before the midterms? And that's a definite no. I knew it wasn't going to be. Will it be challenged? May I ask a question? Will it be legally challenged after the midterms? Yes. May I ask a question, please? Will it affect the outcome of the Florida election? Will it affect the outcome of the Florida election? I'm getting a no on that, so it's going to stand. May I ask a question, please? May I ask a question? Oh, he's decided to go the other way. May I ask a question? Will this be challenged at a federal level? Yes. He knows the questions before, because I formulate them in my mind. It knows the questions before I actually ask them. Okay, may I ask a question, please? Is this redistricting going to be overturned and made more fair going into the future? Yes. May I ask a question, please? Is the districting going to be overhauled and taken under the wing at a federal level? Is it going to be overhauled? Yep. May I ask a question, please? Thank you. Will this occur before the 2024 elections? General elections. Will this occur before the 2024 general elections? It's the smallest of yeses. So what it's telling me is it's not going to occur for the 22 midterms. There's nothing going to occur. There's nothing going to affect the outcome of the 22 midterms. I'm sorry, Florida. There is going to be action taken at a federal level before the 2024 elections, but because it was just a very small yes, it's telling me there will be some changes, but not not all the way. So keep an eye on that. Just be aware in Florida that that's what's going on, so don't lose heart. Just be aware that the Florida voting has been gerrymandered and manipulated and corrupted within an inch of its life. So I don't think Florida is a bellwether state anymore because it is so blatantly partisan. And just be aware of that, but change is coming. It will be slow because it will involve a lot of legalities, and the legal system is slow. Even though from the outside we look in and we go, why can't they? Straight away, it's obvious that something's wrong. The legal system doesn't work that way, which is good in some ways, but frustrating as well. So don't forget, early voting is on in most states in the US. Please try and get in before it closes so that you're not caught up in the big queues. Take family and friends with you. Make an event of it. It's none of your business how anybody else votes. It is their choice, their democratic right to vote how they believe they should. But just make sure as many people vote as possible so that we get a legitimate outcome. Okay, thank you for joining me. Take care. Love to you all. Look after yourselves.